Michelle Derbich is a program coordinator for language instruction for newcomers to Canada at Lethbridge College. It's a role which brings her into contact with students from all over the world. This, along with her own experiences of poverty, discrimination, marginalization, have inspired her to be an active volunteer and an advocate for empowering newcomers to Canada. Michelle.
Short girl problems, they're real. Okay. We are on Blackfoot land, and you probably wonder where I'm going with this, as my presentation is about newcomers being welcome, and I sound like Mary Poppins, but I want you to think about the Blackfoot Confederacy flag. Lethbridge College was the first post-secondary in Canada to raise the flag, and believe it or not, it wasn't even on a windy day. The focal point of the flag is a circle. Circles represent so much to our Indigenous people. Reconciliation, the cycle of life, passing of the seasons, and more. And seeing that flag fly with a circle at its core got me thinking about my passion, my message tonight. Your ancestors will have done the reaching out from the circle as Indigenous people, possibly, and welcomed newcomers in. Or your own family may have been reached out to and welcomed in to the circular mosaic that makes Canada, Canada. 133 newcomers attend the English Language Instruction for Newcomers to Canada program at Lethbridge College. Many immigrate through the family class route that our funder, Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, has seen a huge success in. We also have many refugees. Students come from countries such as Afghanistan, Syria, Bhutan, and more. And yet we have a tight circle that we continuously reach out from and welcome our newcomers into. Many students go on to study at the college. I could throw statistics at you, but I want to tell you about the real people, the factory workers who stand all day long in the cold. They go home, make dinner, head back out to learn enough English language, like these phrases, to get their citizenship. We have business people and lawyers and pharmacists and all sorts of different kinds of people who've been through hard times to come to Canada and live in peace, just as many of your family did. But I can't help but go back to one person, and that would be Swahela, who I met in 2007. She, like my own grandfather, was a refugee. She escaped the Taliban, though, not colonialism. We instantly clicked when I met, and I helped her out with learning some English language. She wanted to become a chef. She went on to graduate from the Lethbridge College Culinary Arts program, and she's now retraining to become a nurse and give back to her community. Workforces are stronger when they are diverse. Think about having Swahela as a nurse on a hospital floor, fluent in a handful of languages, culturally aware, empathic. Or how about an Eastern European female doctor who wants to join a family practice? Or an Afghani police recruit with a real interest in community policing and disenfranchised youth. Our newcomers bring new perspectives, innovation, and the much-needed youth that our economy requires as our baby boomers retire. Newcomers bring value. We bring prosperity. But going back to Swahela, and to explain just why that circle stands out to me so much during this time of reconciliation, when we all think about where we belong. She answered the phone one day when she was working at a local restaurant. I asked her if she could donate some food to kids who were going days without hot meals. She didn't miss a beat. She said, "Yes, Michelle, it's the circle. You helped me. Now I'll help you." So I'll ask you, what part do you play in our circle? Newcomers today have the same hopes and dreams for their family as they've always had. Prosperity, peace, health, belonging. And when you find yourself working with somebody and you know they're just outside that circle, whether they're a newcomer or they're Blackfoot, or they're Métis, or they present a challenge, or have a disability, ask yourself, what can you do to reach out a little to them? How can you pull them in a little bit tighter? How can you lift them a little bit higher? Because throughout Canada's history, one truth has always rang truth. It's at the very heart of what makes us Canadian. It makes us strong, and it speaks to both our history and our future. Newcomers, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle.